Welcome back to Asharaman Advisory YouTube channel. To watch the full video of this topic, can you even retire? Find us and follow us on YouTube. Look for Asharaman Advisory. For collaboration, suggestions or questions, email my marketing team at marketing@asharaman.com. Today we're going to talk about, can you even retire? What does it take to retire? Gone are the days where we only look into retirement at the age of 55 because we don't even know whether at 55 we have already retired or not. During COVID, I have met a lot of retirees who were forced to exit the workforce. Not by choice, by force. So if we're one of them, cukup ke duit EPF kita? Cukup ke simpanan kita? Have you ever calculated how much you need to retire from, let's say, the age of 55 until 70 to 80? Usually, based on my experience calculating and developing financial plans, you need beyond 1 million ringgit. 1 million ringgit is a very bare minimum lah yang you kena ada. On average, my clients need between 2 to 5 million ringgit to sustain themselves from the age of 55 to 70 and 80. Maybe you feel it's impossible that an individual would need 2 to 5 million, but cuba you kira from umur you bekerja, let's say 25 up until 55, that's 30 years in workforce, berapa sebenarnya you spend every month? You kira je gaji you multiply 30 years of career, then you akan dapat a substantial amount that is usually in the 7 to 8 figure range. So when it comes to retirement, you shouldn't wait till the very last minute. It's like going for holiday. We usually plan for expensive holidays in advance so that we can get cheap flight tickets, cheap hotels, cheap transportation and cheap on ground. Similarly with retirement, that's how we should look at retirement. We should plan in advance so that we can get everything cheaper because we book and plan in advance. The next thing that we're battling today is longevity, which means women now live longer, as close to 80 years old. So those who are married like me know that our husbands will pass away first, right? Then women will live longer. If you're on your own, lagi-lagi kalau you memang housewife all your life, you should force your husband to also plan for your retirement, not just his, but also plan for you. As a housewife, you should plan for your retirement alongside your husband who's working. Jangan layan kalau dia kata, tak apa, I dah kerja sekarang, I akan manage you. Husband kita akan mati dulu. Cuba you Google and tengok longevity lelaki. Lelaki akan mati dulu. Kalau dia tak kahwin dua, Alhamdulillah, duit tu untuk kita. Kalau dia ada prepare, dia punya pusaka. Tapi lelaki-lelaki zaman sekarang jarang yang nak plan pusaka. Bila cerita pasal pusaka kematian, they will always say, you ni paranoid lah, you nak I mati dulu ke? When it comes to death and ajal, we don't know. That's why we want to prepare in advance, including our death and retirement. So how much do you need in retirement? Like I said, based on my experience in developing my client's financial plan, it can range between 2 million to 5 million. Mesti you macam fikir, banyak gila, gaji I pun tak banyak macam tu. That is why you must invest from as young as 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s. If you're someone in your 20s and 30s, invest regularly on a monthly basis in a platform that is syariah, in a platform that gives you returns 8% or more. Macam mana nak cari platform tu? That is why we built our Women and Wealth Workshop, so then we can discuss all these things openly, right? And kita korek and dissect all the investment platform in the market. Then you choose what fits you best, because what fits you versus your sister or your mother or your neighbor or your bestie lain, because your risk appetite lain. You mungkin someone yang agresif, yang suka ambil risiko, but your best friend mungkin dia ni penakut because maybe family dia pernah lost masa zaman Asian financial crisis dulu. So dia pun dibesarkan dalam zaman kegawatan and dia tengok family dia hilang semua benda. So dia grow up dengan trauma yang dah pernah hilang everything. So bila dia dah dewasa sekarang, right, dia ada financial trauma yang dia tak sedar, and then what happens is that person will not be willing to take on risk, no matter how much I or banker or agent dah pernah convince dia, because that person has a bigger unresolved issue, which is trauma, or more specifically financial trauma. And when it comes to can you even retire, know that as we grow older, our health becomes our greatest threat. And if you don't have a proper health plan in place, like insurance or takaful, and especially medical plan, what would happen is you have to pay for your medication using whatever investment or savings yang you bawa lah. Waktu you retire, cukup ke? Dah lah nak kena survive, right, and hidup waktu retirement guna apa yang you ada. Then on top of that, you're saying you tak ada any medical plan in place or whatever plan in place, therefore you punya own plan is you lah, you are the plan. Cukup ke duit you nak kena tanggung kehidupan and nak kena tanggung you punya medical? kebaran kalian I feel tak cukup. But if you are a pensioner dan Alhamdulillah you ada government, tapi a lot of hospitals today dia dah mula ada dua wing, dia ada private dan dia ada public. So you nak cepat, you nak better, you kena pergi government but private wing. You nak pergi public boleh, tapi takut lambat. And if you really need medical intervention there and then, takut queue dia panjang. Kita pun dah tengok banyak news in the market kan, yang kata queue dekat public hospital lama. Ada juga orang pernah meninggal dekat public hospital even though dia dah ada dalam hospital tu sebab doktor busy. So when it comes to retirement planning as well, you have to also identify when you're 55, the other people who are depending on you financially, how old will they be? Because likely, if you're like me, I have young kids. When I'm 55, I identified that my kids would be in university stage. So if you have more kids, right, each of them are going to enter university stage at a time when you have already retired. Who is going to fund for their education? You can't sabotage your children by saying PTPTN kan ada, MARA kan ada, because the whole Malaysia seems to think like that. How sure are you PTPTN at that time would still be running? Because today pun ramai orang yang pinjam PTPTN tak nak bayar. Good luck lah korang. Rasa ada keberkatan ke kalau PTPTN tak bayar, lepas tu pergi cari kerja guna duit education PTPTN tu. Hati-hatilah. Itu salah satu simptom-simptom kenapa orang tak cukup duit. Dia pinjam, ni iklan sekejap dia pinjam duit PTPTN, pergi belajar. Dah belajar, dapat cert, pergi cari kerja. Pergi cari kerja, lepas tu duit PTPTN, tak apalah, tak payah bayar sebab tak ada siapa kejar. Helok lah. Sebab itulah banyak orang tu dia banyak masalah kewangan, because the source of it, dia tak jaga keberkatan. Okay? Ingat-ingatlah, kalau boleh, when it comes to retirement planning, jangan sampai umur retire tu pun PTPTN belum bayar. Masih lagi macam kura-kura. Bayar sikit. Dah elok, dah clear kan, so that the next generation can pinjam. So as someone who's retiring, understand that when you have already retired, are your kids in university stage? Because likely you are the PTPTN. If PTPTN cannot offer to your kids, what if at that time PTPTN only is targeted to those who are really in need? What if you yang memang tak fall under the category in need, anak-anak you tak dapat? So that's why kita nak prepare from now. When you are in retirement, factor in all these education costs so that your kids can at least get the very basic form of education and boleh hidup lepas tu. And mana tahu kalau bonus ada rezeki, dia pun jaga kita. Tapi till then, you have to prepare from now, because when it comes to investing, takkan you nak prepare for retirement by saving. Pay attention to my words. Takkan you nak save dalam EPF, tabung haji, ASB. Likely you need to put in more. Why not you belajar ilmu pelaburan, right? Pelaburan bukan simpanan tau, pelaburan. So then duit you yang sikit ni you boleh invest, dan with sufficient amount of time dia akan grow. That is why we want to invite you to Women and Wealth Workshop, because in Women and Wealth Workshop, we want to normalize this conversation of investing. In our past cohort 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we spend days to talk about investments, and we build unique personalized strategies for each of these women, so then they know, okay, I like investment A, I don't think investment B works for me, investment C, I boleh KIV sekejap. So at least you know what works for you and what doesn't, and that way you tak macam one size fit all je tau. Because when it comes to investing for retirement especially, or for education, there is no one size fit all. And today, because it's 10 of May, kita dah habis raya, penghujung raya, duit raya anak letak dekat mana? Itu another topik juga. Balik-balik simpan tabung haji, balik-balik ASB. Boleh, tapi cukup ke? Because kita kan dia punya PTPTN, so duit raya anak-anak tu letaklah dekat tempat yang can grow even more, somewhere that can give 8%, 10%. Banyak sebenarnya pilihan dia, not restricted to Malaysia. Kenapa tak tengok dekat luar, negara luar, banyak syariah pula tu. So as the mother, or as the caretaker, or as the guardian, it becomes your sole responsibility untuk mencari ilmu. The teacher will show up when the student is ready. I'm the teacher. Are you the student? Because if you're ready, I'm right here. I want to invite you to our upcoming Women and Wealth Masterclass, where it's happening on 25th of May at Bentley Music Auditorium, Mutiara Damansara. There we're going to talk about investments. I'll do my best, but the student has to be ready. So if you are, get your ticket and enjoy our buy one free one by grabbing your seat at womenwealthworkshop.com.my. You will receive 8 to 9 bonuses depending on your ticket, general or VIP. But if you're under VIP, you will receive private group coaching with me for 1 hour, insyaAllah, the week after our seminar. And in there, you can ask me any questions that you malu nak tanya. Alright, I hope to see you on 25th of May at our Women and Wealth Masterclass.
Register here.